volleyballs for the NAIA tournament are provided by Telstra.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2013 NAIA Volleyball National Championship presented by JNL Enterprises and CNOS Foundation. From the Tyson Event Center in Sioux City, Iowa, I am Matt Boss, the Sports Information Director at Northwestern College. I'll be joined by Dr. Byron Nordeweer, Professor at Northwestern College. We will be bringing you the play-by-play for the 34th annual event, brought to you by the NAIA New Lion, the NAIA's official video streaming provider. This whole championship started with 36 teams. Back in the opening round, 12 were eliminated, 24 teams here at the finals site, which began Tuesday with pool play, 6 pools of 4 teams each. We whittled it down to 12 teams in a 12-team single elimination tournament that got started yesterday morning on Friday, and it went to the quarterfinals last night, semifinals this morning, and now we have the championship matchup starting at 7 p.m. Top seed Texas at Brownsville taking on number 3rd seed, the Biola Eagles. And glad you could join us for tonight's matchup between these two top teams. Texas at Brownsville, they've won one national title back in 2011. And they have been an annual contender here the last 6-7 years. Biola, out of this year's tournament field or championship field, Biola has the second most wins of the field. Columbia has the most wins, but Biola, they're making their 13th overall appearance, and they have 51 wins heading in tonight here at the national tournament. That's an impressive record for the Biola Eagles. So Texas at Brownsville against Biola, set to start at 7 p.m., and I will bring my colleague in here, Dr. Byron Nordeweer. And Byron, it's been a great week of volleyball. Had 24 teams come to Sioux City, starting with pool play matches, and now we're down to 2. What are your initial thoughts on tonight's matchup?
Well, I think it's been a really exciting tournament. We had what everybody considered to be the top 3 teams in the nation, and they all made it through pool play quite nicely. They all went 3-0, and that included Brownsville and Biola as well as Concordia. But then in pool play, we had some really exciting teams come out of pool play that nobody really had penciled in to start off with, such as Grandview out of Iowa. They were seeded 4th in their pool, and they went 3-0. And then the Masters, again, out of the Golden State Athletic Conference, they went 3-0, seeded number 3. And Wayland Baptist was probably the one that went the farthest. Wayland Baptist was in the pool D. They went 3-0 in the pool, then managed to win in the round of 12 and then a win again, and they finally bowed out against Brownsville, but they even took a set from Brownsville. So you had the Cinderellas, you had the schools come out of nowhere, and then you had the premier programs up at the top as well.
2 of the teams that a lot of people predicted to possibly be here, Texas at Brownsville, Biola, they've been ranked in the top 3 all season long. Brownsville undefeated, 36-0. Biola from that Power League, the Golden State Athletic Conference, 5 teams at the championship field. Biola, one of those, and Biola with a 27-3 record. These 2 teams you kind of look at before the championship, and you can really make a case for both of them being here tonight.
Yeah, you really could. I think the turning point in the season was a tournament kind of right dead center in the middle, and we're not used to that kind of tournament. We're used to preseason tournaments and then into the conference. But right in the middle of the season, there was a tournament in which Brownsville was there, Concordia was there, and Biola was there. And Brownsville defeated both Concordia and Biola. And at that point, Concordia was number 1 in the nation, and Brownsville was 2. And that slipped Brownsville up ahead. Concordia stayed at number 2 because of their work in the Golden State Athletic Conference and the fact that they had defeated Biola. But those 3 were 3 teams that everybody kind of focused on and said those are the teams you would expect to be at least in the quarterfinals and the semifinals, and now 2 of them show up as usual in the finals.
Well, let's talk about both of these teams. First of all, for Biola from the Golden State Athletic Conference, second place in that conference behind Concordia, 12-2 record. They are 27-3 on the season. They are 5-0 here at the championship. They post a 15-2 record in sets here at the championship. Biola, their tournament or championship path, knocked off Indiana Wesleyan in 4, defeated Dorton 3 and Lindsey Wilson in 4. And in the quarterfinals, they defeated Grandview in 3 straight, and then really had a nice win this morning in the semifinals, knocking out the defending champion Concordia Eagles in 3 straight sets. That is their first win. I think that was an 8-match losing streak to Concordia. But Biola, you had that match on the radio, and I'm going to look to you here for a little bit of direction and guidance. Biola, they played really well this morning against Concordia.
They played exceedingly well, and what was really impressive to me was the fact that in at least 2 of the sets, Biola got on top of Concordia very, very quickly. The third set, not quite as much, but they never let Concordia get the advantage. They never let Concordia come back and really look like the Concordia Eagles were going to be able to run away from the Biola Eagles. I think as I look back at my notes, maybe Concordia they had a lead a few times, but it was only a 1-point lead. And in all 3 sets, once they got kind of through the middle of the set, if Biola got up, even by 2 or 3 points, they held off Concordia every single time, and Concordia could never really establish something and put some pressure on Biola. So it was a nice, consistent kind of attack and a consistent performance by Biola from beginning to end in each of the 3 sets.
Give you some of the names and the numbers for Biola. Again, Biola making their 13th overall national tournament appearance. They were the runner-up back in 1997 and 1985, so it's been a while since they've been in the championship match. They've never won it. And 3 All-Americans return for this Biola team. Head coach Aaron Seltzer in his 12th season with the Eagles. He's the all-time winningest coach at Biola in the volleyball program. Strong middle attack, and they are led by Chelsea Arnitz and Amy Westine, 2 middle hitters. Arnitz an All-American, Westine a 2-time All-American. She was the player of the year in a very good conference. That strong middle attack. On the outside, a very good outside attack as well, led by Alyssa Mason and Britta Blazer, Jocelyn Curtin. The setter, they'll run a 5-1 offense, and the setter, she's a very good one, a returner. Gracie Gallarda is the setter, All-American and first-team All-Conference player. Those are some of the names for Biola. And Biola ranks 9th in the nation, hitting .263 coming into the championship. Both of these teams are some of the leaders in most stat categories coming into this match at the championship. Let's talk a little bit about the Ocelots of Texas at Brownsville. Brownsville, ranked number 1 since October 22. They started the year 3rd in the preseason poll, moved up to 2, and then moved up to 1 after what Dr. Nordewer referred to as after they defeated Biola and Concordia. They moved to that top spot. Head coach Todd Lowry in his 5th season with the Ocelots, and they were the 2011 national champion. They've been to the semifinals. This is their 3rd trip there, 6th overall appearance. They own a 25-6 record at the championship. Perfect 35-0 record on the season. They also have 3 All-Americans returning off last year's squad, and they are led by the outside hitter Danica Markovic, player of the year in the conference. Markovic hitting .259. Hitting .382, averaging 3.5 kills per set. She's on the outside. They got a freshman, Annalise Doctor, a freshman. She's averaging over 3 kills per set. Their 2 middles are also All-American. You got Vanya Yaksic and Anna Guerra in the middle. Both of those 2 very good at blocking. Guerra is the leading blocker in the nation at 1.7 blocks per set, and Yaksic averaging 2.5 kills, hitting nearly 500 on the season out of the middle. And a very good Texas at Brownsville team, a veteran group, 3 All-Americans returning just like Biola does, but this Brownsville group with that undefeated record, very impressive resume coming in.
They certainly do, and it will be really interesting to see what happens up the middle in this contest, because clearly one of the strengths of Biola is Arnitz and Westine in the middle, and those 2 going up against that strong block that we have across the net with Texas Brownsville. We'll see what they can do. What we saw against Concordia was they ran a lot of slides. Arnitz is really crafty on that slide. I think she might have the last 3 points against Concordia to seal the match running slides, and we'll see how the Texas Brownsville Ocelots can react to that. But it's really going to be a good contest in the middle. Both teams seem to have a significant amount of strength down the middle.
Taking a look at some of the numbers at the championship, Brownsville leads the championship field, hitting .320. Biola ranking 4th in that category. In kills, Biola 2nd, Texas at Brownsville 10th. You got ace serves. Biola leads the tournament field, Brownsville at 3. And in blocks, Biola has the edge as well. Biola ranks 3rd, Texas at Brownsville 4th. So these two teams in most every category are among the championship leaders here in Sioux City.
And that's what you would expect when you look at two teams that have gone all the way through the semifinals and have come up here to the final stage right here in Sioux City. You would expect them to have some leaders, and they not only lead with individuals, but they really lead with teams as well. As you said, Biola leads in one of the kill categories. Kill efficiency goes down to Texas Brownsville. It kind of means Brownsville, even though they haven't piled up the kills, that means they haven't piled up very many errors either. And so that kind of efficiency is what they're going to need against Biola.
This is actually the second matchup between these two teams. They met during the season on October 18 at Texas at Brownsville, defeated Biola 3-1. Biola took the first set, 28-26, but then Texas at Brownsville came away with a 25-21, 25-18, 25-19 wins in sets 2 through 4. Looking at the numbers, Texas at Brownsville hit a $163, Biola at 140. Biola led by Arnitz with 13 kills, 18 kills for Curtin. She had a nice match, hitting .324. You look at Brownsville numbers, they were led by Doctor with 12 and Yoksich with 8. But second matchup between these two teams, and all those sets pretty competitive. Biola took the first set, but it was Brownsville at on their home court, winning sets 2 through 4.
Well, if you're a Biola Eagle fan, you take a look at that and you say, well, we dropped 2 to Concordia during the year, and when the time came here in Sioux City, we won against Concordia. Maybe let's get the same kind of turnaround against Texas Brownsville. I think the fact that they took a set from Brownsville really means that they are highly competitive with the Ocelots and can really challenge the Ocelots. And as we were talking with some other folks here in the media room before, the question is going to be can Biola get on top of Brownsville? If they can get on top of Brownsville the same way that they got on top of Concordia, and then see if they can hold Brownsville off, see how Brownsville reacts to that. Now, like you said, the Ocelots have only lost a couple of sets here. One set to Midland University and one set to Wayland Baptist.
Let's go over the starting lineups, and then we'll turn it over to the PA announcer as they're doing some pre-match stuff. For Biola, head coach Aaron Seltzer in his 12th season with the Eagles, the all-time winningest coach in the program's history. 13th overall championship appearance. They are the Pool C champion. 5-0 here at the championship, 27-3 overall, 15-2 in sets played. Starting lineup: Chelsea Arnett, 6'1" senior, middle hitter. Amy Westine, a 6'3" junior from Visalia, California. She's the other middle. Both of those players are returning All-Americans. On the outside, Alyssa Mason, a 6'3" sophomore. You have Britta Blazer, a 6'1" sophomore, and Jocelyn Curtin, a 6-foot sophomore. The setter is Gracie Gallarda. She's a returning All-American, a 5'7" senior. And the libero will be Tara Rollis, a 5'8" senior from La Canada, California. You'll also hear Emily Weingartner, Alex Breho, and Charlie Parker. Then Texas at Brownsville, head coach Todd Lowry in his 5th season with the Ocelots. 36-0 record, 5-0 here at the championship, 15-2 in sets played, just like Biola. And the Ocelots have been ranked number 1 since October 22. They are the top seed, and they're making their 6th overall appearance. They won the title in 2011, a couple other semifinal appearances, including last season. In the middle, they will have Anna Guerra, returning All-American, a 6'2" senior from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Vanya Yoksich, a 6'1" junior. She's also returning All-American. She's from from Serbia. On the outside, Michelle Marcus, 6'2 senior from Brazil. Danica Markovic, the player of the year in the conference and a 3-time All-American, a 5'11 senior from Serbia. And Annelies Doctor, she's one of the newcomers, 6'1 freshman from Sleen, Netherlands. Their setter, also a newcomer, Jade Guo, 5'11 senior from China, transfer from Murray State University. The libero, also a newcomer, Heather Meusen. She's a transfer from College of Southern Idaho, a 5'4 junior. And you could also hear Karina Garcia, a 5'3 junior from McAllen, Texas. She will come in and play the back row. It'll be Brownsville against Biola, the 1-3 matchup for the national championship. We're going to take a break. We'll turn it over to the PA announcer, and we'll have the first serve here from the Tyson Event Center.
Please rise and stand at attention as the flag of the United States is presented by the Sioux City Police Department Honor Guard. Members are Officer Craig Fulton, Sergeant Wayne Wagner, Officer Brad Hector, and Sergeant Ryan Bertrand. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you're able. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight's national anthem is performed by Kevin King.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
Volleyball.
Welcome back to the Tyson Event Center, site of the 2013 NEI Volleyball National Championship, presented by J&L Enterprises and the CNOS Foundation. Championship Saturday as top seed Texas at Brownsville takes on number 3 Biola here for the 2013 NEI Volleyball National Championship. Brownsville trying to win their second title. Biola looking for their first ever national championship. Both of these teams 5-0 at the championship, 15-2 records in sets played. Texas at Brownsville, winners of Pool A. They've defeated Briarcliff, Westmont, and Columbia. And then in the tournament, Midland and Wayland Baptist. You look at Biola, they've knocked off Indiana Wesleyan, Dort, Lindsey Wilson, and then Grandview. And then this morning, they knocked off their conference rival Concordia in straight sets. Texas at Brownsville against Biola. Again, the lineups for Biola, Aaron Seltzer is the head coach. It'll be Arnitz, Westein, Mason, Blazer, Curtin, Gallard is the setter, and Rollis is the libero for Texas at Brownsville. Head coach Todd Lowry. It'll be Gerha, Joksic, Marcus, Markovic, Doctor, Guo is the setter, and Miyusin is the libero. And we are nearly set to go. Byron, final thoughts before this championship match gets underway.
Well, I think both teams are going to have to serve well. Both teams can play well out of system, but you'd rather have them playing out of system than in system. So let's get some tough serving in here and see if we can win the match.
Texas at Brownsville on with serve first. Biola goes to the slide, dug up by the Oslets. Dug back over, here comes Biola on the attack, on the slide, putting it inbounds was Amy Westein, and we've seen that slide before. Biola loves to do that slide, and Westein with the first kill.
Yeah, Westein can hit out of the middle, but she can also hit the slide. They went to the slide twice. That kind of isolates Westein on a single block, which is what they really want to be able to do.
Outside, Marquez sends it over. Here comes Biola, left side attack, and putting it down on the outside was Jocelyn Curtin. Curtin led this Biola team in the loss over Texas against Texas at Brownsville earlier in the year, and she gets the second kill for Biola. And the serve by Biola. Marquez, left side attack, dug up by Biola. Quick attack out of the middle, putting it down. Out of the middle was Westein again. 2 kills for Westein. And Biola with a fast start. We talked about the importance of getting out on top. They've done just that.
Yes, they've gotten out on top. They went up 6-1 in the very first game against Concordia.
3-0 lead. Right side attack, and a big one at that. As Danica Markovic puts it away for the Oslets, it's 3-1. Markovic on the right side. She'll go back to serve.
Markovic kind of goes, enough of this. Let's get the serve and get back in this thing. That was a powerful attack on the right side.
Markovic, 90 ace serves on the season. That is an NEI best. Biola digs it up on the right side, blocked back by Doctor. Biola will send it across. Here comes the attack by the Oslets. Outside, Doctor with a big swing. Dug up by Biola, kept alive. Here's a right side attack. Biola will tip it. Right side to Marquez for Texas at Brownsville, kept alive by Biola. They're going to have to send a free ball over. And the Oslets, quick attack out of the middle, putting it in bounds is Anna Gerha. Gerha with the kill, and it's 3-2 in favor of Biola.
So the Ocelots respond very, very quickly, get right back in it. Not going to let Biola get away from them.
Here comes the serve from Markovic. Markovic puts it into the net, and a point for Biola. Markovic, very aggressive player, very aggressive server. 90 aces, 57 service errors, but very capable of taking a match over with her serve. She misses that one, and Biola will have serve.
Charlie Parker back to serve for Biola here.
Parker serving. Serve taken by Mewson outside. That's Doctor, dug up by Biola. They'll go outside with it, tip it to the corner, just long. Just long with that for Biola, and a side out for Texas at Brownsville.
That was open. That back corner was available. They could see the tip coming, so they crashed in, but the shot went just a bit long.
On the outside for Biola, putting it over is Blazer. Brownsville returns it. Doctor sends it across. Battle for at the net, tipped over by Weststein. Middle attack, Yoksich, dug up by Viola. Right side, putting it away is Britta Blazer. Blazer with the kill for Biola on the right side, and Biola still leading 5-3.
That's one thing they'll do. They have Blazer. They don't go to her an awful lot, but she's highly effective when they do.
And Weststein back to serve. Dug up in the back row by Markovich. Marquez comes in and puts it away for the kill. Blazer couldn't get out of the way fast enough of that one. That may have gone wide, but Marquez with the kill. Her first, and it's 5-4 in favor of Biola. Texas at Brownsville back to serve. And serving will be Marquez. Marquez serving. Underneath it is Gallarda, the setter. Sets up into the middle. Dug up by Texas at Brownsville. They'll send it over. Gallarda outside. Big swing, and down it goes by Biola with a strong kill. That was Alyssa Mason who put it down. Her first, and it's 6-4 Biola.
Now Mason will be a player to watch. She's done really, really well here in the tournament. She struggled a little bit in that first contest. Had a negative 51 kill efficiency there. She had 9 kills, but she had also 11 errors. If they can get Mason going, and she's been going strong here in the tournament, that'll be a positive for Biola.
Weingartner serving. Doctor on the left side. Biola's going to give chase, and will send it across. Nice save by Mason. Biola extending the point. Mason comes back on the court, and a slide put away by Yoksich. Yoksich finishes off the point. What a hustle play by Alyssa Mason to bump that, hurdle over her own bench, fall, and then go all the way around and get back on the court. What a play by Biola.
Yeah, that's the kind of hustle play that I think we're going to see all throughout the championship match. That's the kind of hustle that allows teams to get to the championship match.
Doctor serving for Brownsville. Texas at Brownsville did win that point, but now a kill on a slide for Biola. It's 7-5 in favor of the Eagles. Chelsea Arnitz with her first kill. 7-5, Biola with the lead. And Biola will serve. Serving to the back row. Long run for the setter, Guo. And it's dug up in the back row. Biola, right side attack. Arnitz hits it wide on the slide. No touch. Point Texas at Brownsville. Hitting air gives the point to the Oslets. Serving will be Vanya Yoksich. Yoksich back to serve. You got Weingartner in the back middle. You got the libero Rawlis. And the serve taken outside. Big outside attack by Curtin, and it goes down for the kill. Jocelyn Curtin with her second kill, and Biola stays in front by 2 at 8-6.
This is the same kind of pattern we observed when they played Concordia. Concordia, another strong team. Biola will get on top, and then we'll just hang with you.
Rawlis serving, and there's a block. Block on the outside. Weststein there, as was the setter. And Biola with a 9-6 lead. Weststein with the block. The All-American, 87 blocks on the season. And dug up in the back row is Musin. They'll go to the back row to Markovich. Dug up by Biola. They'll keep it alive. Curtin, big swing. And she just hits it wide. Point, Texas at Brownsville. Curtin with her first hitting error of the match. Serving will be the setter, Jade Guo. What a find for Coach Todd Lowry, transfer from Murray State. Very good setter. She's a senior. He only has her for just 1 year, but she's having a phenomenal year. Outside, Curtin tips it, covered by Guo. It's going to be set up by Musin. Right side attack, Marquez, dug up by Biola. And it's going to be returned by Biola. A little miscommunication there to the middle. And hitting it long or wide is Gerha. Gerha with the hitting error, and a point for Biola.
And the Ocelots not able to take advantage of the miscommunication on the Eagle side of things, but there was good intense play by Tara Rawlis. Got inside the 10-foot line to cover for the miscommunication and keep the ball in play.
And a free ball going to be sent across. Nope, in the net. Musin had to send it over from the back row. She puts it into the net. Point Biola. They lead 11-7.
So a couple points there for the Eagles based upon hitting errors from Biola. from Texas Brownsville.
Served by the setter, Gallarda. And Brownsville and a player in the net on Biola. Brownsville with the point. And it's 11-8 in favor of Biola. Back to serve will be Danica Markovic. Markovic back to serve for the Ocelots. 11-8 is our score. Markovic to serve. It's taken in the back row. Here's Biola. Right side attack. Curtin muscles it through the block for the kill. Jocelyn Curtin with 3 kills. 12-8 in favor of Biola. And here comes into serve will be Charlie Parker. Parker back to serve. Weststein up front. Mason up front for Biola. Here's the serve from Parker to the back corner. Dug up by Markovic. Quick attack middle. Hit down by Gerha. Nice set by Guo. Nice kill by Gerha. Her second. 12-9 in favor of Biola. Taking a look at the numbers, Brownsville hitting 182, Biola 263 so far, halfway through the first set. Here's a right side attack by Blazer, dug up by Brownsville. And a middle attack over Weststein. Biola is going to attack left side, that's Mason. Dug up, nice save there by Musin. Biola gets control outside. Mason, big swing. Dug up by Musin. Dug over. Biola with another chance. Putting it down is Weststein, and she puts it away. 3 kills for Weststein. 13-9, Biola with the kill.
That's 6 consecutive side outs by Biola, not allowing the Ocelots to get back in the game with points on service.
Weststein serving. Underneath it is Guo. Guo back row to Markovic. And it goes down for the kill. Markovic with the back row attack, her second kill. 13-10 in favor of Biola. Up front for Biola, you got Arnott. And you got Mason. For Brownsville, Joksic playing the middle. You also have Doctor on the left side. Right side is the center, Guo. And Doctor on the left side. And it's hit down for the kill. Annalise Doctor with her first kill. And Texas had Brownsville within 2 at 13-11. Neither team has used a timeout right thus far. 2 timeouts per set. Here comes another serve by Marquez. Biola has it on the slide. Arnitz blocked back by Brownsville. Save made by Biola. They've extended the point. Guo to Joksic, and Joksic tools it off the block for the kill. Couple of big swings by the Ocelots up front, keeping Biola on its heels, and the Ocelots within 1.
And now the Ocelots are the team that has kind of grabbed a hold of the momentum a little bit. This is what happened in the Concordia match. Every time Concordia got the momentum, Biola would come back.
Putting it down is Alyssa Mason. Mason with the kill on the left side, 14-12. Biola has led from the very start. It's 14-12 Eagles. Coming in to serve will be Emily Weingartner. Weingartner, 5'5" senior from Arvada, Colorado. Weingartner to serve. Arnott still up front, as is Mason. And then they got the setter also up front. Broken play, Doctor sends it across. Dug up by Rollis. Rollis outside, here's Mason, she'll push it across. Texas at Brownsville has it. Joksic tools it off the block for the kill. Tools it right off the Arnott's block. Gura and Joksic with her third kill.
And that kind of shows you the power that we get here as we go deep into this tournament. That was a block, that was a hit off of a block in the middle that carried out of bounds.
Doctor serving for the Ocelots outside. Big swing Mason. And Brownsville's going to give chase, and they're not going to get to it. Mason with the kill for Biola. Her third kill. Biola maintains its 2-point lead, 15-13. Curtin with 3 kills, Weststein with 3, and now Mason with 3 for Brownsville. They have 4 different players with 2 kills each. Here comes the serve from Mason, taken by Doctor. Guo sets up outside to Markovic, dug up Biola, outside, Curtin, got it. What a play by Curtin. If I saw it right, she got the dig, and then she definitely got the kill.
And that's one of the things that is really intriguing about Biola is they're front row players can also dig exceedingly well. Curtin can, Blazer can. I saw Blazer do it as well.
Markovich tips it. Here's the slide to Arnitz. Dug up by the Oslets. Sent over. Battle for at the net. Oslets get control. Back row. Markovich. Dug up by Mason. Outside. Here comes Curtin again. Oslets dig it up. Outside. Markovich. And it goes long. Asking for the touch. And there's no touch. Point Biola. 17-13, Eagles with the lead. Coach Todd Lowry is going to be forced to use a timeout. 17-13 here in the first set. And our first break in the action. Got to tell everyone that the NAI Champions of Character program helps students understand and embody what character truly means. It also provides student athletes, coaches, and parents the training to know, do, and value the right thing, both inside and outside of sports. Learn more at championsofcharacter.org. Taking a look at the numbers through this first set. Biola hitting 300 compared to Texas at Brownsville, 242 for Brownsville. And Curtin leading Biola with 4 kills, 3 for Mason, 3 for Weststein. Brownsville led by Joksich with 3. Dr. Gura and Markovich all have 2. But Biola hitting close to 300 against this Texas at Brownsville team.
Well, I don't think 300 will probably hold up throughout the entire match, but 300 is enough to give Brownsville some fits right here, and 17-13 lead for the Eagles.
Serving will be Alyssa Mason. Oslets battle for at the net, and it's won by the center, Jada Guo. Guo wins the battle at the net, and a side out for Brownsville. 17-14, Biola with the lead. Serving will be Vanya Joksich. Joksich, one of 3 All-Americans returning for the Oslets. Joksich, a All-American last year, and Biola with the kill.
That was Curtin once again.
Curtin once again with the kill, her 5th, and a side out for Biola. Back to serve will be the libero, Tara Rollis, returner, 5'8" senior from La Canada, California. On the right side, Gerha, and 4 hits is the call against the Oslets. Point Biola. 19-14, a 5-point lead for Biola. They have never trailed in this first set. Here comes the serve from Rollis, and that one is going to sail long. That might be the first service error for Biola. It is. Point for the Oslets.
And that was a dangerous one. That one was dropping pretty fast, but it did carry long.
Jade Guo, the serve. She'll serve it to the middle. Outside, Curtin with a big swing. She puts it away. Jocelyn Curtin with her 6th kill. And Biola leading 20-15. One and done. Points, not very long rallies here. Points are pretty quick thus far in this match.
They are, and so far that's been to Biola's advantage.
Serving will be the center, Galerda. Brownsville on the attack, and putting it down was Michelle Marquez, I believe. 2 kills for Marquez. And back to serve will be Danitza Markovich. Markovich back to serve, trailing 20-16. Here comes the serve. Top spin, heavy serve, taken nicely by Biola. Curtin, right side, inbounds. Curtin with a free swing on the right side. 7 kills for Curtin. Point, Biola.
And so just like the first set probably that we saw earlier, Curtin is the individual that is the go-to person for Biola right now.
And back to serve for Biola. And the serve is going to go wide. Missed serve. That was Charlie Parker with the missed serve. 21-17, still a 4-point advantage for the Eagles. Serving will be Heather Mewson. Mewson to serve for Texas at Brownsville. Down the line. Middle attack. That's Weststein. Dug up by the Oslets. Back row Markovich. Dug up in the back row by Biola. Right side attack. Blazer. Misses wide, no touch, point, Texas at Brownsville.
So 21-18, still time left here for Texas Brownsville to make a little bit of a run and catch the Eagles.
Mewson with the serve, it's Weststein, and a carry called on Biola. 3 straight points scored by the Ocelots. They're within 2 at 21-19.
And a couple of critical errors here for Biola.
Serve, it's a good one, taken by Rowles, and they go to Weststein, and she puts it away for the kill. Weststein with the kill, 22-19 in favor of Biola.
Now, when in doubt, go to the big gun. Go to your All-American Player of the Year in the GSAC conference. Stem the tide and get a point.
Serving is Weststein, and a nice attack up front. I believe it was Markovich with the kill. Marquez back to serve for the Ocelots. Speaking of going to an All-American, that time Brownsville did, and Markovich puts it away. Serving will be Marquez. Marquez outside, tipping it into the block. Blocked back by the Ocelots. Back over to Mason, and it's blocked. Blocked down by the Ocelots, and they're within 1 at 22-21.
And now they're beginning to set up that really tremendous block that they have. The only point that Biola has gotten recently was the attack by number 18 Weinstein or Weststein, and she came right out of the middle without much of a block there. Weststein did, and managed to get the point. But right now, this little rally here has really allowed Brownsville to set that firm block, get a good attack of their own, but set up a firm block on Biola's response. And now we've got a 1-point game.
Brownsville on a 5-1 run. They're within 1 at 22-21. Each team has used a timeout and has 1 timeout remaining. 22-21 in this first set of the 2013 Volleyball National Championship. Serving will be Michelle Marcus. Marquez back to serve, taken by Biola. Biola sends it across, and a back row attack called on Biola. Tough serve by Marquez, and we are tied at 22. First tie of this set. And Marquez back to serve once again for the lead. This would be the first lead for the Ocelots. And she misses the serve. 23-22 Biola with the 1-point advantage. And coming in for the first time for Brownsville is Karina Garcia. Coming in for Marquez in the back row. Eagles will have serve. And here comes the Biola serve, taken in the back row by Markovich. Right side attack, and putting it down is Joksic. Joksic with her 4th kill on the slide, and we're tied at 23 in this first set.
Yeah, they were kind of tempting Emily Weingartner to go down line, and she went cross court, and that kind of set up a nice set play that ended in the slide.
Doctor serving. Underneath it is Biola outside. Putting it away was Alyssa Mason. Mason with her 4th kill. That's going to set up set point for Biola, 24-23. Coach Todd Lowry has a timeout. As of yet, he's not going to use it. And here comes the serve from Weststein. Weststein serving. Handled by Doctor outside. Markovich. She puts it away for the kill. Markovich with another kill. That's 4 for Markovich, and we're tied at 24. And it'll be Brownsville to serve. Vanya Joksic to serve. Joksic to serve. Short serve. Biola, little out of system. They're going to have to send it over, a free ball. That could be trouble. Here's Guo, and putting it down was Gerha. Gerha with the kill, and it's set point for the Ocelots.
Haven't heard from Anna very much of late, but that was a nice read. Biola's back row was pretty deep. They had a little trouble handling the serve. I think there was a little bit of indecision back there. One player decided to let it go and see if it would go long. The other player decided it wasn't going to go long and had to play it. That got Biola out of system and also got the back row for Biola a little bit deep. And that allowed Anna Gerhardt just to put the ball over the block into the vacant space just behind the block.
Timeout Biola, their final timeout. This is the first lead for Texas at Brownsville in this set. They trailed by as many as 5 at points in this set. but they have done a nice job coming back and now will serve for this first set. 25-24, Brownsville with the lead. And here comes the serve from Texas at Brownsville. It'll be Yoksich serving down the line. And nice play by the setter, Gracie Gallarda. Tough ball to handle, really. That was about her only option, is to put it over herself, and it was successful. We're tied at 25.
It certainly seemed like it, but she sold the outside swing but just before she pushed it across, and there's tit for tat.
Jade Guo returns the favor, hits the second ball down for the kill, her second kill, and it's set point coming up for Texas at Brownsville. 26-25, Guo will go back to serve. Guo puts it into the back corner, dug up Rollis, right side attack. Texas at Brownsville keeps it alive. Markovich and she swings and gets the kill. Markovich finishes off Biola in this first set. Texas at Brownsville wins it 27-25 to take a 1-0 lead. Let's take a break. You are listening to the NEI Volleyball National Championship on the web. Welcome back to the Tyson Event Center, site of the 2013 NEI Volleyball National Championship. Top seed Texas at Brownsville takes the first set over number 3 Biola, 27-25. It was a set that Biola led right away. They never trailed until late. Brownsville trailed by as many as 5, but it was the Ocelots coming back to win it. 27-25 by the numbers. Brownsville hitting 318, 279 for Biola. Biola led by Curtin with 7 kills. 4 each for Weststein and Mason. Texas at Brownsville led by Markovich with 5 and Yoksich with 5. But Biola seemingly in control, but it just goes to show you can never count the Ocelots out. They did a nice job coming back, and they take that first set, 27-25.
Well, they had about 6 side outs in a row for Texas Brownsville. Then they got a few points in and a number of side outs in a row again, but finally kind of righted the ship. They never let Biola get away. They stayed tight enough that they could get a little push at the end and come away with the win.
And a kill by Anna Gerha to start the second set for Brownsville. They lead 1-0. And back to serve for Brownsville will be Denitsa Markovich. Markovich back to serve. And here comes Biola on the right side, hit over by Curtin. Ocelots dig it up. And Markovich, did it hit the floor? It did. Markovich with the kill. And I think I misspoke. She didn't serve, did she? No, it wasn't her. It was Guo with the serve. Markovich with the kill. So Guo, the setter, is back to serve, 2-0 in favor of the Ocelots. Guo to the back corner. Here comes Gallarda with the set, and it's put down by Texas at Brownsville. Brownsville out to a 3-0 lead. Biola really has got to side out here.
Yeah, we'll have to see how patient Coach Seltzer is. You don't want Biola to get too far behind here.
Curtin on the right side, and it is blocked by Markovich and Gerha. Gerha and Markovich combined for the block. 4-0 Oslets, and a timeout called by Biola and Coach Aaron Seltzer. Texas at Brownsville really using the momentum of that come-from-behind win in the first set, storming out to a 4-0 lead here in set number 2, and Biola really has got to come back here as Brownsville is playing at an elite level.
Yeah, right now, if you're in the Biola huddle, I think the message is, we can play with these folks. There's a lot of time left. We're not down 4 with 3 points to go. We're down 4. They've got to get all the way to 25. They've got to score 21 in order to beat us. We can get 25 in that period of time. So come on, ladies, let's do what we did early on, do what we did against Concordia. Let's play loose. When we're playing loose, we're playing well. When we're playing tight, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So loosen up and have some fun here.
Guo to serve, and out of the middle. Nice set play for Biola. Weststein coming out of the middle, puts it down for the kill. Biola's first point of set number 2. So the Eagles with a design set play there. Good timeout by Coach Seltzer. Serving will be Charlie Parker. Parker back to serve. Parker serving for Biola, 5'9" junior from Arcadia, California. Goes down the line, dug up by Doctor. And a quick attack to Gerha, kept alive by Brownsville. Nope, the judge is going to say it hit the floor. It did hit the floor, so a point for Biola on the block by Weststein. 4-2 in favor of the Oslets. Parker will serve again for Biola.
Going to be a really useful timeout if Biola can get a point here.
Down 4-0, and then Coach Seltzer uses the timeout. Here comes the right side attack. Putting it down is Markovich. Markovich with her 7th kill, 5-2 in favor of the Oslets. And now Markovich will go back to serve. Markovich serving. 3-time All-American for Texas at Brownsville. 5-2, Brownsville with the lead. Markovich taken in the back row by Biola. Gallarda sets up to the middle. Weststein can't come up with it. Point, Texas at Brownsville. Set may have been a little high. 6-2 in favor of Brownsville. And back to serve will be Markovich.
Yeah, initially it looked like the pass was pretty good.
Markovich with another booming serve. Gallarda bump set this time. Hit over by Mason. Brownsville has it. Bump set. Marquez, right side. Dug up in the back row by Parker, outside. There's Mason again. Oslets will bring it back to the court. They'll send it over with Doctor. She hits it long. Point, Biola. Biola with the point on the attack air. It's 6-3 in favor of Brownsville. Serving will be Amy Weststein. Weststein with the serve coming. Brownsville with a 6-3 lead. Cross court taken by Doctor. Back row attack, and it's who else but Markovich. Markovich with her 8th kill. They will go to her out of the back row frequently, 7-3 in favor of the Oslets.
Contact that time was made awfully close to the net for someone coming out of the back row, and that's not to say she didn't come out of the back row. She did. She just got way up in the air.
Mason left side, dug up in the back row by the Oslets. Outside, Doctor will tip it. Nice cover by Gallarda. And on the outside, Mason, dug up by Musin. Here comes a right side attack by Marquez. Dug up by Biola, kept alive by Gallarda. Hit over by Blazer, and a kill for Blazer. Britta Blazer with her 2nd kill. 7-4 in favor of Texas at Brownsville. Blazer with a couple of kills. And coming in to serve will be Emily Weingartner. Weingartner back to serve. Weingartner in for Blazer to play the back row. Weingartner serving. Serve taken in the back row. Bump set. Guo to the middle, and a hitting error on Joksic. And a point for Biola. 7-5. After being down 4-0, they've cut that deficit in half. They being Biola, trailing just by 2. Served by Weingartner. And an ace for Weingartner. 7-6 in favor of Texas at Brownsville.
And that was a very useful serve there by Emily Weingartner. They really needed some points there, climbed to within one, and that's going to generate a timeout by Coach Todd Lowry.
7-6, Brownsville after a 4-0 lead. The lead is down to just one. Each team has used a timeout at this point.
Student athletes come first in the NAIA. Their needs, desires, and ambitions guide our every decision. They are the inspiration that drives us to make character a core component and benefit of all intercollegiate sports. This message brought to you by the Eligibility Center of the NAIA. Register to get in the game at playnaia.org.
Back at the Tyson Event Center, second set after Brownsville comes back to win set number one, 27-25. Brownsville scored the first 4 points of set two, but Biola rallying. They're within one at 7-6. Timeout Brownsville, and continuing serve will be Emily Weingartner, who served an ace last time. Second ace serve for Biola. And Weingartner will try to serve and tie this set up at 7. Here comes the serve from Weingartner, working left to right, taking in the back row. Guo setting up the middle, and a change up there, but successful as Joksic puts it away for the kill. Sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, but where. That time, Joksic with the kill on the tip that didn't necessarily want it to be a tip.
I think Biola was playing in defense to come down the line, and she found a hole behind the block, kind of in the middle of the court.
Marquez with a tough serve. Biola's got to scramble just to get it off, return it. And on the left side, Doctor puts it away. Annalise Doctor with her third kill for the Ocelots. And Brownsville back in front by 3, 9-6. 9-6 is the score. Back to serve is Marquez. Dug up in the back row by Parker. Right side attack. Brownsville keeps it alive. No, they're going to call a carry. A carry on Brownsville. And that was a kill by Arnitz, I believe. Arnitz with the kill. And a point for Biola.
Haven't heard a lot from Arnitz just yet. I think Biola would really like to get her going.
Mason serving a near ace, near overpass, hit over by Joksic. Here comes Biola out of the back row. That was Mason, dug up by Ocelots and hit down by Joksic. Joksic with her 7th kill. Point, Texas at Brownsville, they lead 10-7.
Now Brownsville is accomplishing really what Biola accomplished in the first set, and that is they have a little bit of a lead, a 2 to 3 point lead, and they're just holding on to that lead, matching point for point.
Doctor serving, tough serve, dug up by Breho in the back row, and a strong left side attack by Jocelyn Curtin. Curtin with her 8th kill, 10-8 in favor of the Ocelots. Teams trading points over the last while. And here comes the serve from Tara Rollis. Rollis serving, dug up by Musin. On the slide, putting it down is Joksic. Joksic with another kill. That's 3 straight for Joksic. She's got 8, and now we'll go back to serve. 11-8 is the score. Joksic from the left side of the service line, puts it into the tape, and it falls on the Ocelot side. Point Biola. Service aired, 11-9, a 2-point lead. And serving will be the setter, Gracia Gallarda. Gallarda serves it down the line. Doctor with the dig. And Gerha puts it down for the kill. Anna Gerha with the kill, her 5th. To go with a couple of blocks, 12-9, Ocelots with the lead. Teams trading points. It's been a while since either team has scored on serve.
Yeah, it's side-out volleyball. One of these two teams wants to get a little bit of a burst. Biola to get back in the contest. Brownsville to get a little bit of extension.
Guho with the serve. Teams battling for it at the net. Big swing right side. Dug up by Biola, sent over by Blazer. Blazer, another swing. Ocelots dig it up. They'll bring it back on the court. Back row attack, Doctor. Dug up in the back row. Here comes Biola, right side, pushed across by Curtin, dug up by the Ocelots. Back row attack, Doctor again, diving save Biola, and they will send a free ball across just to extend the point. And Guo tries to get a kill in the back row, read well by Biola, and tooling it off the block. but it was touched, I believe, by Blazer. That's going to be a point for the Ocelots. Tough break there for Biola, as they had the tool, but it deflected off of Blazer at the last minute.
Deflected. Blazer took it off the block nicely, and it just grazed her on the way out of bounds.
Quick attack middle, Weststein dug up Ocelots. Outside, DeMarkovich blocked. Nice block on the left side. That was Curtin with the block for Biola. 13-10, Biola down 3 midway through this second set. Coming in to serve will be Charlie Parker. Parker will serve. Parker to serve for Biola, trailing by 3. They trail the match 1-0, falling 27-25 in the first. Guo, back set. Markovich puts it away. Markovich with another kill. 9 kills for Markovich. 14-10 in favor of the Ocelots. And now you got Markovich going back to serve, which means you got Doc